The Arctic, a desolate land of ice and snow. This remote region, with its endless white expanses and chilling winds, is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. It's a place of breathtaking beauty. The serene, icy landscapes can be mesmerizing, with towering icebergs and majestic mountains that seem to touch the sky. It's also a place of unforgiving danger. The weather can change in an instant, turning from calm to deadly with blinding blizzards and bone-chilling temperatures. In 1845, two ships sailed into this frozen wasteland. They were on a mission of exploration and discovery, seeking to chart the unknown. Their goal? To conquer the Northwest Passage. This elusive sea route promised a shortcut from Europe to Asia, a prize that many had sought but none had found. Their fate? To become one of history's most enduring mysteries. The expedition, led by Sir John Franklin, would vanish without a trace, leaving behind a legacy of intrigue and speculation. The ships were HMS Erebus and HMS Terror. These sturdy vessels, equipped for the harsh conditions, were expected to triumph where others had failed. They vanished without a trace. The Arctic swallowed them whole, leaving no immediate clues to their fate. Lost to the icy grip of the Arctic, the frozen sea became their tomb, a silent witness to their struggle and demise. The mystery of the Franklin expedition has haunted us for over a century. Generations have pondered the fate of these brave souls who ventured into the unknown. What happened to these brave explorers? Where did they go? The questions have persisted, driving countless expeditions and research efforts. Over the years, clues have surfaced: frozen bodies, abandoned campsites, a single haunting note. Each discovery adds a piece to the puzzle, yet the full picture remains elusive. The note told a tale of desperation. It revealed the dire circumstances faced by the crew, their struggle against the relentless Arctic environment. It spoke of a ship trapped in the ice. The Erebus and Terror, once symbols of hope and ambition, became prisons of ice and despair. It hinted at a desperate fight for survival. The crew, isolated and running out of supplies, faced unimaginable hardships. These chilling details only deepen the mystery. Each revelation brings us closer to understanding, yet the full story remains just out of reach. What really happened to Franklin and his crew? The Arctic holds its secrets tightly, and the answers may lie buried beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered. The Northwest Passage, a name that has echoed through the annals of exploration for centuries. A sea route through the Arctic, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It promised a shortcut between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, a direct path that could revolutionize trade and travel. For centuries, explorers dreamed of finding it. They pored over maps, studied the stars, and set sail into the unknown. It was a perilous journey, fraught with dangers that tested the limits of human endurance. The Arctic Ocean was a treacherous place, with its unpredictable weather and vast, frozen expanses. Thick ice could crush ships, turning them into splinters in mere moments. Freezing temperatures could kill in an instant, leaving no room for error. Yet, the lure of the Northwest Passage was too strong to resist. It represented fame. It promised fortune. It was the ultimate test of bravery and skill. It offered the chance to make history, to be remembered as a pioneer who conquered the Arctic. In 1845, Sir John Franklin set sail from England, driven by the same dreams that had inspired so many before him. He commanded two ships, the Erebus and the Terror. His mission was clear: find the Northwest Passage and secure it for the British Empire. Claim it for the British Empire, and in doing so, etch his name into the annals of history. Franklin and his crew were well equipped with the latest technology and innovations of their time. They had the latest technology, including advanced navigation instruments and reinforced ships designed to withstand the ice. They carried supplies for 3 years, enough to sustain them through the harshest of winters. They were confident of success, buoyed by their preparations and the promise of glory. They had no idea of the horrors that awaited them, the challenges that would test their resolve and ultimately, their survival. Sir John Franklin was a seasoned explorer, a man whose name was synonymous with Arctic exploration. His career spanned decades, and he had faced the harshest conditions the Arctic had to offer. He had a long history of Arctic exploration, having led multiple expeditions into the icy wilderness. His experience was vast, and his knowledge of the Arctic was unparalleled. He was known for his courage, often venturing into uncharted territories where few dared to go. His bravery was legendary among his peers. He was respected for his leadership, a quality that earned him the loyalty and admiration of his crew. His ability to inspire and lead was unmatched, but he was also a product of his time, a Victorian-era leader with a strict adherence to protocol and tradition. This sometimes made him resistant to new ideas and methods. He could be rigid and inflexible, traits that were both his strength and his weakness. In the unforgiving Arctic, these traits would be severely tested. These traits would prove fatal in the unforgiving Arctic, where adaptability and quick thinking were crucial for survival. The harsh environment would not tolerate rigidity. Joining Franklin was Captain Francis Crozier, another seasoned explorer with a wealth of experience in polar regions. Crozier was a veteran of polar exploration, having spent years navigating the treacherous waters of the Arctic and Antarctic. His expertise was invaluable. He had sailed with Franklin on a previous Arctic expedition, and the two men shared a mutual respect and understanding. Their partnership was built on trust and shared experiences. He knew the dangers of the Arctic firsthand, having witnessed the brutal conditions and the toll they took on men and ships alike. His awareness of these dangers made him a cautious and thoughtful leader. Crozier was a skilled navigator, adept at reading the stars and the ice. His navigational skills were crucial in the treacherous Arctic waters. He was also a compassionate leader, deeply concerned for the welfare of his men. His empathy and understanding set him apart from many of his contemporaries. He understood the risks his men faced, and he was always prepared to take bold action to ensure their survival. His leadership was both strategic and humane. He was prepared to take bold action to ensure their survival, even if it meant challenging conventional wisdom. His innovative approach was a beacon of hope in dire circumstances. As the expedition progressed, Crozier would play a pivotal role, his leadership becoming increasingly crucial as the situation grew more desperate. He would become a key figure in the unfolding tragedy, his actions and decisions shaping the fate of the doomed voyage. Section 4. Trapped in the icy grip of the Arctic. The Erebus and Terror sailed into the Arctic. They were never seen again. At least not by European eyes. Years passed. No word from the expedition. Concern grew into alarm. The Admiralty launched a search. Ships and men were dispatched to the Arctic. They searched for any sign of the missing explorers. Years turned into decades. The fate of the Franklin expedition remained a mystery. Then, in 1850, the first clue emerged. A search party landed on Beechey Island. There, they found 3 graves. The graves belonged to members of Franklin's crew. They had died early in the expedition. The cause of death was unknown. The discovery was unsettling. It raised more questions than it answered. Section 5. Whispers from the Grave. The discovery of the graves on Beechey Island sparked renewed interest. The search for the Franklin expedition intensified. Years passed with no significant breakthroughs. Then, in 1859, a startling discovery was made. A search party led by Francis McClintock found a note. It had been left in a cairn on King William Island. The note told a chilling tale. It revealed that the Erebus and Terror had become trapped in the ice. The ships had been locked in the ice for over a year. Supplies were dwindling. The crew was suffering from scurvy. Franklin had died the previous year. Crozier had taken command. The note ended abruptly. It offered no explanation for the crew's fate. Section 6. Deadly Theories in a Frozen Land. The note found by McClintock's party sent shockwaves through Victorian society. It confirmed the worst fears. The Franklin expedition had met a tragic end, but the note only deepened the mystery. What had happened to the 129 men who were still alive when Crozier penned his message? Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed. Some believe the crew succumbed to starvation. Others believe they froze to death in the harsh Arctic winter. Still, others point to evidence of cannibalism. Inuit testimony suggests that some of the crew resorted to eating the dead to survive. The true fate of the Franklin expedition remains a mystery. The evidence is inconclusive. The theories are speculative. The mystery continues to fascinate and horrify us. Section 7. The Enduring Legacy of a Polar Mystery. The Franklin expedition was a disaster. It ended in tragedy. But it also left behind a legacy. The search for the lost expedition spurred advances in Arctic exploration. It led to a greater understanding of the Arctic environment. It also highlighted the dangers of human ambition. The Franklin expedition serves as a reminder. The Arctic is a place of unforgiving beauty. It is a place that demands respect. Even today, with all our technology, the Arctic remains a challenge. The Franklin expedition is a ghost story. It is a tale of adventure. It is a mystery that continues to haunt us. It reminds us of the power of the natural world, and it reminds us of the fragility of human life.